Hi guys, my name is Sarah. I am doing a update on the biopsy results that I got on my birthday, which was on February 4th. So in the past, I have had cervical cancer, and this was about 4 or 5 years ago now. And I had a hysterectomy, which they took my womb. I still have my ovaries, and I have still been spotting blood since this surgery. So I had kind of went into my family doctor explaining that I was still bleeding, and he reassured me, said that he wasn't that concerned about it, that he believed that it was just a certain type of tissue that wasn't healing properly. But my last appointment that I went in, just kind of telling him, hey, I'm still spotting. And when I had the surprise biopsy appointment, I think they probably just discussed amongst each other that it was the best thing to do, just to make sure that it wasn't anything to be concerned about. I just want to say that I wasn't concerned about this biopsy. I did trust my doctor. Obviously the surprise biopsy was a little alarming. And when you're, thinking about the what ifs, obviously I knew that if this was returning cervical cancer, it probably wasn't going to be good. But I didn't necessarily believe that. With that said, the biopsy did come back negative, so that's wonderful news. However, my oncologist told me that he, regardless of this test, wants to send me away for imaging. So even though the biopsy is negative, he still wants to do imaging. And there are a few things that I am still concerned about with my health. So I am happy that he is just going to be extra thorough and take a closer look at some things. With that said, this diagnosis could also be a huge part of my lupus. I was diagnosed with lupus recently. And that was shocking because I was told, I was going into the hospital saying that I wasn't feeling good and saying all these symptoms, and you start to make yourself feel crazy because, your doctor's looking at you like you're fine. So I've went through this process for a long time before I had got to see a internist, and my internist immediately found that I had lupus. So, I just wanted to say how easy it is to be gaslit, and you start to convince yourself that you're nuts and that, your doctor must be right because, it's just such a frustrating process. But I feel like this is a really important thing to share, because I was starting to believe that my doctor was right, that I must be nuts, that I have medical anxiety. And I just want to say that after this last appointment, I do not have medical anxiety. I was starting to actually convince myself that I must be nuts. But you know what? No, I'm not afraid of the doctor at all. I obviously don't want to be sick. I mean, this is the last thing I want to talk about on this channel. I want this channel to be fun and talk about cooking and housewife things and family things and sewing and making nails. The last thing I want to do is post about cancer, and especially cervical cancer, okay? Who wants to talk about that? Yeah, so I just came to the realization, no, I need to really listen to my body. There's some scary stuff going on with me. I have a mass on my chest wall now, which I've noticed for a couple months, causing some strange things that just kind of come and go. So it's kind of easy to dismiss because it's not constant pain or something that's bothering me, but it's there. It is there's issues kind of coming and going. It's still kind of new to me though. It's only just kind of popped up within the last couple months. So my oncologist does know about that. I assume this is one of the things he wants to look into with the imaging. I also have a mass on my throat, which I have talked to my doctor about, my family doctor. And I was told that, at first I thought it was on my thyroid, and then I was kind of gaslit and told, oh, your thyroid's actually down here. So I assumed he was trying to tell me that I had no mass at all, when I still had a mass. It just so happens to be not on my thyroid. So it would have been nice. I got sent away for imaging for my thyroid, even though I'm saying, hey, there's a lump here and there's just, I'm being told it's not on my thyroid, but they're still sending me away for thyroid imaging. You know, I mean, apparently it takes an oncologist to clarify, oh, Sarah, you know, I feel the mass, I see what you're talking about, but it's not on your thyroid. It's above your thyroid. Anyways, so frustrating to go home after your appointment when you're trying to advocate for yourself and you're being told that there's nothing wrong, there's nothing on your thyroid, all your thyroid tests are coming back normal. Oh my God, it's so damn frustrating. Anyways, I'm very thankful that my family doctor is thorough, because he's trying, he's great. It's not just a family doctor problem, you know, like they don't know, they're not psychic. Anyways, I still have to go away for imaging. I'm not totally out of the clear yet. Am I super worried? Not really. I mean, there's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about. This is another thing about me, is I'm pretty, it's like, okay, yeah, obviously I have alarm bells going off. My body is saying, Sarah, there's something wrong. Advocate for yourself. Stop letting people say that you have some kind of medical anxiety. Guys, I have social anxiety, not medical anxiety. Like when I had my biopsy at the doctor's office on my birthday, he was like, do you want us to put you to sleep, or do you want to just do it now while you're out on the table? And I'm like, just get it over with. And they ended up having to do 2 because that one wasn't good enough. So like, I do not have medical anxiety. I am not scared to be sick. I am not scared to go through pain. Actually, you know what's even crazy about this whole thing is, years ago, I actually prayed that I would get cancer in replace of my family. Fact. Because I would rather myself go through that than my family, because a lot of my family members couldn't handle that. Crazy story. I remember telling my husband that for the first time, and he's like, why would you do that? But why wouldn't I, you know? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And you know, I'm not super worried yet. Until there's something to worry about and things are diagnosed, then I'll worry. But until then, I'm just kind of assuming that it's my lupus, and we'll go from there. But take care of yourself. Mwah. Love you. Bye.